Much has happened in Covina since our last show. For example, the new City Hall has been completed. After $4.5 million and after much debate, the City Hall was dedicated in conjunction with the Downtown Redevelopment Program on June 9th. 1990 was an election year for Covina City Council. Henry Morgan, Bob Lowe, and Chris Richardson vied for council positions. And on the first Tuesday in April, Henry Morgan and Chris Richardson rounded out the 5-member council. From these members, Chris Lancaster was appointed the new mayor of Covina. In fulfilling his many duties as mayor, Lancaster joined other officials from East San Gabriel Valley cities, testifying against the redistricting of the county at a recent Los Angeles County Board of Supervisors meeting. Mayor Lancaster, what did you come down to the supervisors meeting to do today?
We came down here today to ask the county for assistance in financial assistance in helping the communities of the eastern San Gabriel Valley in submitting an amicus brief on behalf of the eastern end of the San Gabriel Valley cities.
Okay, quickly, what is the amicus brief?
An amicus brief is a friend of the court brief that we wish to submit to the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals relative to the redistricting plan that is currently under appeal with that court. And basically what this will do is it will give our side of the story relative to this redistricting plan. It's one of the few political or legitimate political approaches you can put upon a court. But the fact of the matter is we feel that we were an afterthought of this whole redistricting reapportionment, and we want our chance to be heard or our day in court.
Now that's why do you feel isolated? You mentioned earlier that you did feel isolated, the communities within the East San Gabriel Valley.
Well, because at one point we were unified 31 cities. And now the Judge Canyon, has cut that 31 cities up into 3 districts. Therefore, we have lost our political punch, or political power. And these 31 cities have many things in common. And now we've been lumped into other districts, which we don't have much things in common. For example, Covina is now grouped in a district with the city of Palmdale. I mean, we don't have anything in common with Palmdale. And vice versa, and like Walnut, the city of Walnut's been lumped into a district as large as with the city of Long Beach. So, you know, there's just some discrepancies here and some unfair politics is what we like to depict it as.
So this brief, this amicus brief will cost approximately, what you said, $10,000 to $15,000.
$10,000 to $15,000, and we have met, the cities are in the process of adopting resolutions to appropriate monies up to $500, which we feel that we can raise legitimately through our own general funds, probably $5,000 to $6,000.
Well, Supervisors Antonovich and I believe it was Dana were not very happy with it. I think they were afraid that this would open a Pandora's box. And Kenny Hahn also got in there and he said that if we did it for this community, they wouldn't have to do it for other communities as well. Now, how do you feel about that?
Well, I disagree with that because there's other parts of the district that weren't affected. But the San Gabriel Valley is the one area in LA County that was really cut up with a crayon, if I could use that phrase. And so I'd have to disagree. This is a legitimate cause. It's a legitimate purpose, and I can't see why Dean Dana and Mike Antonovich would vote against it. And I'll be honest with you, as far as I'm concerned, Mike Antonovich and Dean Dana have fired the first shot of hostility towards the communities in the East San Gabriel Valley.
It sounded like the chairperson,
Peter Barham.
Thank you, Peter Barham. He was really actually for you. He was trying to, he sent up a motion that he would, the county would sponsor approximately half of the cost of this brief. Now what? There was no motion, the second motion on this. Now what's going to happen? You said that they fired the first shot. Now the ball is in your court, it seems.
Well, we're going to have to go back and raise money. We're probably going to have to appeal to some of the members in the business community. The point I want to make here is very clear, is that this is the type of lack of security that we as the eastern end of the San Gabriel Valley feel, because when you divide us up like this and you take away our political power, for example, now we're in Mike Antonovich's district and Dean Dana's district, some cities, we have not voted for them. We have never endorsed them. We have never raised money for them. So they have no political loyalties to us whatsoever. And so this is what I illustrated here today, and this is exactly what we're talking about, is that we have no sense of security, and therefore we're losing our identity with LA County.
Okay, thank you very much, Mayor Lancaster.
Thank you.
Recently, Covina became the recipient of a very special gift from the people of Jalapa in the state of Veracruz, Mexico. Approximately 100 people showed up for the formal dedication of the Olmec head. It is a gift from the people of Jalapa, Covina's sister city, in the state of Veracruz, Mexico.
What we have here is not only a symbol of international friendship, but a resource for students and teachers alike to study the remains of the first true culture in North America.
The Olmec culture flourished between 1200 and 900 BC. It took 9 months to carve this replica, which is of the same stone composition and dimensions as the original, displayed in the Museum of Anthropology in Jalapa. What are the people of Jalapa saying by sending this gift?
Bien, como lo decía en mi intervención hace un momento,
the people of Jalapa means a lot with this Olmec head because it's a heritage. But it means one of the main cultures of Mexico started in Jalapa.
This rock is going to be here forever. And so I think that this gift demonstrates our faith in ability and our friendship for the future. And that's what it is. It's definitely a gift of friendship between the communities.
The 4.5-ton replica rests in front of the police department. The Covina Sunrise Rotary held their 9th annual fiesta. They're raising money for Operation Smile, which is a dental program that will help children in Ensenada and Tijuana. Operation Smile takes place south of the border with the help of the Rotarians and University of Southern California dental students. The objectives are to provide dental service to children in orphanages who would have the most to gain over the long term with dental work done early enough to make a difference in their lives.
It's a very fulfilling, gratifying project. We all love it. It's a hands-on type of project. Everybody gets to work. The wives get to assist the dentists while they're working on the children, and it's just a very fulfilling project.
Ah, the sounds of San Francisco. But wait, this is Covina, and that must be the clang, clang, clang of the red car trolley. It's Covina's newest transportation service and its own version of the Blue Line and the Red Line. 2 trolleys will now be shuttling passengers to various points of interest in the city, covering 24 miles. The service just became available this past Wednesday.
Certainly, the most important thing is the convenience of our citizens. Secondly, I would hope that by them using the trolley, they would shop in Covina, hence doing 2 things, aiding the local businesses and also aiding the city through tax dollars.
The expected cost to the city is approximately $175,000, but it will only cost riders 50 cents each way. Well, that's it for Covina Newsstand. Thank you for watching, but stay tuned for more of Marty and Dave on Quintessential Covina.